viewers, this is Political Insight. You are welcome to the official reopening of the show. It is amazing to have you join us today. My name is Benahi Onofe, and with me in the studio is Honorable Barrister Nosa Adams, House of Representative of the PDP EGOR IKPOBA OKHA Constituency. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing,
Good morning, Nigeria. Well, to God be the glory, we'll find as always.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It's obvious that a lot of political activities have taken place, of course, in the political space. And we'll start with the notable figures being the presidential candidates, Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, Peter Obi, of course, of the Labour Party. So the thing is, starting off, at what point the surrounding progression of events come as a shock to you in regards to the persons concerned in this matter right now?
Well, I've never been shocked by any event because as a politician, there are sequential developments that will shape your political calculation or projections. It has always been like this. We have gladiators in all the political parties. And I, being of the PDP extraction, believe that all other candidates, as it were, will certainly not measure up with the political dexterity of the PDP's candidates, except for the internal wrangling and misunderstanding, let me put it mildly. That yes, let me put it mildly, that is bedeviling and rattling the party. If not, ordinarily PDP is a well-structured, well-organized, well-coordinated across the 774 local government area and all the wards in Nigeria. So the national spread and the national outlook of PDP ordinarily ought to have given us a very good head start and a sure approach to victory.
Sure approach to victory. You said something mildly in terms of the internal crisis, but that has brought a lot of opinions, a lot of reactions, because let's talk about the, should I say, the major actors in the PDP right now. We have Nyesom Wike, Rivers State Governor. We have Atiku Abubakar, of course, and then Iyorchia Ayu. So let's start with the feud between Atiku and Wike. You call that mildly, but it's then in terms of the whole opposition party and Labour Party in play. Do you think that is just mild because we've not seen this reconciliation, final reconciliation between Atiku and Wike? Do you think Wike is all bluff?
Oh, let me tell you something. Let us look at the genesis of the whole crisis.
Okay.
We cannot situate the current position properly if we don't look at the whole development with a strong retrospect.
Okay.
Now look at it this way. Governor Wike, whether you like it or not, is a strong factor in PDP. We can't take that from him. He has been a strong pillar, a strong mobilizer, a strong financier, a strong supporter, and an indomitable force within the PDP family. That is basic. Except somebody who is not a politician, who is not a statistician, or is not a strategist that will say Wike, who is Wike, or what to undermine or direct Wike's capacity and capability. So my prayers is that, please, for God's sake, Atiku must look for where and how to settle with Wike, because Atiku has been contesting for this presidency since 1992-93. I remember I was in Jos in 1993. I was one of the delegates that went to nominate the presidential candidate of the then SDP, Social Democratic Party. I think Atiku took third or so. Abiola came first, followed by King Gibe, then Atiku. And he has been contesting back and forth. He ran in PDP to AC, ACN, and here he's having the last chance and the brightest ever. The brightest. So he must go sit down now and properly plan how to negotiate with all those who are agreed. Because Wike have not been treated fairly. I have the courage, I have the tenacity, I have the boldness to say it without missing words, that Wike has been treated so unfairly. Here you are. Yes, it must have made his own political miscalculations. No doubt about that.
In what terms?
Yes. Bringing out you was a first political miscalculation. Allowing the zoning of the chairmanship to the north was a political miscalculation. Because Ayu is not a stable character. I say without any apology. Somebody who was a founding father of PDP, left the party, went and worked against the party, and came back, and you are now strongly, and you're making him the national chairman. So whatever character is going to expose or show towards you, don't be surprised. Now look at it this way. We have a leader who has been consistent with the party, who has been financing the party, who has been helping to stabilize and mobilize for the party. Wike is not just alone. They must not make that mistake. Wike is having not less than 50% of the strong followership of PDP with him solidly. If Wike choose to leave PDP today, we will not win Edo State. I'm a candidate. I'm scared. I pray every day that the issue be resolved and the matter settled amicably, because I know we're going to have issues, serious problems, should Wike leave the party. I'm sure he's so in not less than 25 states. Because over time, this guy was allowed to put up structure in virtually most of the states. He's in Borno State. As we speak now, he controls the structure in Borno State, he controls the structure in Yobe State. And a lot of states like that where he controls. You see, you can see what Body Judge of Lagos State said a few days ago. Are you going to talk of Ekiti State, talk of Oyo State, talk of Lagos State, talk of Edo State, talk of even Bayelsa? As we speak, we can control the structure of Cross River State.
You talked about a lot of structure right now. Let me just take a throwback or a flashback to the primaries in the PDP.
Yeah.
With these structures that Wike did, helped a lot of, should I say, build a lot of character, you might expect that he should have won.
No, let me tell you what happened. Don't miscalculate. First, the electoral act that was amended that was not assented to by the president affected his calculations. Wike was building political structure. But eventually, that is why I keep saying that all this we are saying about ambition, about political interest, they all stops in the hands of God, the Creator. Our ambition is with God. Wike was building, setting up structure in each of the states, thinking that those structures were going to be used for primaries, for nomination. Right? But unfortunately, the National Assembly miscalculated. They inserted a section in the Electoral Act that require the president, that require the statutory delegate to vote both at the constituency and senatorial level, at the state level, and at the national convention. Unfortunately, President Buhari, for whatever political calculation or misadventure, refused to assent to the bill. And that one now torpedo virtually calculation of all the political aspirants in all the parties, including PDP. And like it also affected me. That's why I won my nomination narrowly. Because I was building, concentrating, pumping resources into the party structure. But overnight, we are told now that those structures will not be used for nomination, that they're going to be using ad hoc, what they call ad hoc delegates. That is to say, where we are expecting for the national convention to go and nominate the presidential candidate of the party, where we are expecting close to 7,000 delegates, we are now going to use 774 delegates. That was number one calculation. Number two, that affected his chances. He would have won. He was going to win. And the Hausa Fulani oligarchy saw it clearly that they had the convention that he was going to win. They now quickly mobilized and asked Tambowa to step down for Atiku. That's why we keep saying that this Hausa Fulani oligarchy cannot keep dominating our political sphere. Now, it was the stepping down of Governor Tambowa that affected his chances. Okay, give it to them or give it to him, whatever. It has come and gone. Atiku drove personally to Wike a day after the convention and pleaded with him to work. So let them work together. And Wike agreed, in line with his promises during the convention, that he was good ready to work with anybody that were meant. The idea that Atiku promised him that he was going to be his running mate. Atiku didn't just stop at that. The national chairman, Atiku himself, went ahead to set up a committee of 19 members. Out of the 19 members, 14 voted for Wike to become the vice presidential candidate. After that, they now went ahead. The same Hausa Fulani oligarchy or the Northern oligarchy, see went ahead and said no, they don't want Wike as running mate to Atiku. That they prefer someone else. Constant demand that you just call him and let him know that look at what my people are, or look at what is happening. For these reasons, you won't be my running mate again. Let's work together. Only for the man to hear that you have gone to the secretariat to go and raise someone's hands up, and that one has been endorsed as the running mate. These are provocative actions they took. And you didn't stop at that. You went further, started arranging yourselves and promising other people. And they were even blabbing that yes, they said they won't get anything in this party. And these are people who left the party. Somebody who has been consistent, who has been reliable, who has been dependable, who has been sponsoring, who has been mobilizing. You have gone there to destroy the party in 2015. You have come back now. You want to come and take the position you ordinarily you left behind, or what? What do? So this is something that just miscalculation on their part. But in all, we find ourselves in the party already now. So if Wike is angry, you can't blame him. If his followers are bitter, you can't blame him. Blame them. He's been treated so unfairly. He's been treated so unjustly. And I said that is not enough. The whole thing is centered around the fact that there was even a miscalculation ab initio. Because the president candidate to have come from down south, because the northern people have had their Buhari for 8 years going now. Either of any of these parties supposed to bring their candidate down south. Because for God's sake, we are in one Nigeria, yes. Aren't we?
Are we really one Nigeria? Because I think that's mostly on paper, mostly just on video.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. You said something about the bane of everything right now is like miscalculation in terms of Atiku and his people. But there's this supposed threat that persons feel that Wike will pose to Atiku if he was his vice president.
You can't put. See, this is politics. You can't be putting the cart before the horse. You have not even won. We are talking of posing or not posing. We are talking of winning now.
It's just to win.
Let us win first. When we get to the bridge, we cross it. There is a parable my grandma used to tell me those days. You can't say because the Oba River is overflow with water now, you start pulling your shirt from Ring Road.
Okay, let's move to an almost seeming solution. So one of the things Wike is advocating for is Iyorchia how you should step down.
Yes.
He must step down.
He has to step down. I'm contesting. Look, let me tell you something. He just has to step because we have one Nigeria like we have agreed. After the amalgamation of 1914, whether we like it or not, we'll be conscripted into one Nigeria. And whenever we are doing something, we must not have a calculation or a gladiation that will portray something contrary. Once it has always been the practice, once you have the president candidate from the north, the chairman definitely must come from the south. And HRU even on himself promised that if we have our candidate from the north, he will step down to allow the parties to win. As we speak now, you have the president candidate from the north, board of trustee chairman from the north, chairman of the party from the north, chairman of the governors forum from the north. How do you, the one I'm going to tell our voters down south? As I speak with you now, up to yesterday, people were asking me, are you sure you are in a national party? People have started calling PDP now Northern People's Party. Is that not risky for my ambition? Is that not risky for PDP? And can we just win with only Northern vote? That is the question I should be asking you.
I'm not sure that's possible because there's another key actor.
Because what we are saying now is, what can we tell our voters down south here? See, do you know why this Obi phenomenon is gathering momentum every day?
I was coming there actually.
I'm going to tell you. Do you know why Obi phenomenon is gathering momentum every day? Because our people down south and the mobile youth see Obi as the only possibility for, apart from the mismanagement and the failure of the political class. People see Obi. Obi is stronger, more formidable down south. Because everybody down south says, no. The cheating is too much. They've had their 8 years. We shall have our 8 years too.
Is that in any way posing a sort of instability to the PDP?
Of course.
Okay.
Manifestly. You see, look at it. You see, look, I've been having a series of meetings for some days now. And the question people keep asking, even the very enlightened, a high court judge called me a few days ago and asked me, what is wrong with your party? You people don't even want to be in Nigeria national party again. You choose to be a regional party now. So we are begging you, in the name of whatever he believes in, he should please just step down. Let's take the chairmanship down to the southwest. So we can have a kind of balance. We now south we are now having south stroke southeast. We now have the vice presidential candidate. So to say, whoever has a mayor doesn't matter now. As it stands now, we have our presidential candidate, we have the vice presidential candidate. Let us take the chairman of the party to the southwest and retain our chairman of board of trustee for the north central. Are you listening?
Yes.
So let us just have some level of balancing.
Okay.
So as to carry all the segment along.
Wow.
But eventually, except they don't want us to win. I've used the word us. Except they don't want us to win. If they want us to win as a political party, they must sit down and think fast because time is of the essence.
Speaking of time is of the essence, now to narrow down this question to you. You are the candidate of the PDP EGOR IKPOBA OKHA constituency. And for the sake of, let me borrow a mantra from the obedience, go and verify. So please tell us what you've done before and what you intend to do once you get elected.
You see, it's very clear. We have our mission and vision clearly initiated already. That's why we secured the nomination of the party, though it was seriously contested. The contestation wasn't easy, but we got through by the grace of God. Now, we have always been there. We know the yearnings and aspirations of our people. We know what is the basic demands of our people. We know how to give our people effective, efficient, vibrant, bold, and courageous representation. I have served in various capacities politically. I've been a party technocrat. I've served in government. I know, you see, when I was chairman of council, my mates, my colleagues were doing all that. I told them, no, I know the basic needs of a local government area. For a few months, I was chairman of EGOR. By the grace of God, we serve our people meritoriously. I serve as special advisor in this state. We have served in video. I serve as general manager of a government establishment. We've been there. But now we want to give our people the representation they've been denied of, especially people of a local government area. Because for 21 years, we've not had this representation. And with due respect and regard to our families and members of our party in IKPOBA OKHA, in 1999, to date, EGOR have had only House of Rep only once, for just 4 years. If you permit me, I would say for about 21, 22 years now, EGOR have had only 4 years. IKPOBA, they'll be having House of Rep. That was what we used when we were vying, contesting for the nomination. And our people listened and they said no. The oppression and the domination has been too much. So what we want to do, first, if you look at the EGOR IKPOBA OKHA Federal Constituency, is the most viable, the richest, and I think next to Obiakpo in River State. Here in IKPOBA OKHA, you have all the federal establishments in the whole of Edo State situate in IKPOBA OKHA. You have the Benue River Basin Development. You have the Rubber Research Institute in Yanomo. You have the Neuropsychiatric Hospital in Uselu. You have the University of Benin. You have the Federal Government Staff School. You have the Federal Government Girls College. You have the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. You have Presco. You have Guinness. So many. Name it. In addition to all the oil where you can talk of that is given today, that is given in Edo State, the 30% derivation that we are calling today, 85% to 90% of the oil where are in IKPOBA OKHA. As we speak, I have done research. I've discovered that we have close to 110 oil well, and 65 are functioning oil well in Ologbo.
Clearly, you have a lot of things to offer.
Yeah.
Like speaking from everything you said, you're giving us insider knowledge of so many critical stuff, and you critically evaluated a lot of things and narrowing it down to the whole candidacy. I'm sure a lot of persons are seeking the kind of personality you tend to offer to this person. But right now we have to wrap up the show. And before we close, I want to ask, so that because viewers are watching, please, we'd like you to be on our show another time very soon.
We're always ready, so let's have a pleasure.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir.
But I hope you know that the business of lawmaking is for lawyers. As a legal practitioner who have been involved in politics, I want to go there and make laws that will truly impact positively on the lives of our people. That's our target. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You heard the target, so clearly put this in mind what he had to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'm still Bena here, Nofe. Ensure you join us same time next week. Ensure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure seeing you guys today. Bye for now.